All right, Mike. Knock knees, knee drift, genu valgus, all the same things for this kind of posture with your legs. And we're going to show you it's not a problem with the knees. It has a lot more to do with above and below. We're going to show you everything you need to know. Just hold on in 9 seconds.
Cue intro music.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
All right, so we've got knock knees. Again, I mentioned the problem oftentimes and usually is not from the knees, it's from the joints above and below. So we're talking about with the feet. Why don't you stand up, Mike? We'll show this. Can you zoom down here, Tanner? Now, if the feet are pronated, or in other words, flat-footed, so why don't you, when the foot pronates, the tibia rotates in and the knees actually come together. Okay, so go back to normal foot. Now, if we can watch this again and go ahead, pronate and see how things go together. Now, the other thing that happens with this is the hip joint moves. Now, the hip joint is actually going to internally rotate this way, as if we have the external rotators weak or stretched out, that's the other part we need to address. So here and here to correct this. All right, now one thing I do want to mention is if you have extreme knock knees, it's oftentimes a bony deformity.
Yeah.
And those things, Mike, as you know, I think you'll agree.
You'll know if you have that, and they're quite loud. You can hear the knees creaking.
Right. And even if you don't, those are not going to be able to get corrected without, you're going to need to see a doctor and work some orthotics.
Yes.
Now, we do want to mention with the foot, you can put orthotics or arch support so you do not get that. Why don't you stand up again? So you don't get that pronation. You can, and this is a simulation arch support. A lot of times they are cut off here and there's support here, and that is going to go inside the shoe, but we'll just put it here. And that supports here where my finger is, and it prevents the foot from dropping down, and then it helps eliminate that knock knee. The problem with this is they can weaken the muscles in the feet, the intrinsic muscles of the feet.
Yeah.
And that's not always desirable. So this is an option. If you can do it without this, probably better off, and that's what we'd like, to try.
You're also going to wear down over time, and they can be quite costly, and some people even need customized shoes, which we've seen, which will wear out after a few years too.
Exactly.
So the more you can improve naturally with your body, the better.
Exactly right. So we're going to show you some ways to strengthen your feet without the supports in just a second. Okay, 3 exercises specifically for those ankles and feet to get that flat-footed or that pronation corrected. Okay, the first thing, go like this, grab your foot here and stretch there, and that's going to stretch the peroneals.
Peroneals are located on the outside of your ankle here. When you're in a stance with weak arches, they are constantly shortened.
So here, and we need to keep those flexible and stretched, otherwise they compound against our efforts.
So try to elongate them,
Yep.
hold it for 10, 30 seconds, whatever you're comfortable with. Put some overpressure on there.
I like to go pressure on, pressure off 5 or 10 times. And then as soon as you get done with that, we want to strengthen the posterior tib, which is a major muscle behind the tibia, and it connects into the ankle, and it helps support and increase that arch. So there's 2 ways to do it that I like. The first way is you can do it on a stairway, have some handrails to hold on to, and watch Mike, can you show the part? I'm going to go up, and
then he starts rotating.
Yeah.
So straight up and then rotate out. So you're rotating to the outside of your feet.
I lost my balance. I don't have a handrail to hold on to.
Uh-oh. You got some wild socks, too.
Oh, God, I love them. They're fun.
So it's like a calf raise, except for at the top part, you are rotating out slightly.
I'm just going to do my right. And right there, that's the motion that the tibia, posterior tib's working on. Okay, but Mike's going to show the other one. This one, you do need to have a stretch band.
Stretch band of sort, or cable machine or something. So you're going to stand on one leg. So I'm going to use my left leg here. And then you're just going to do some shoulder external rotation. So what we're working on is my ankle strategy here, keeping me balanced. If this is too much weight or it's hard, I would start to drift in like this. So this is Yes, I'm working my shoulder, but I'm also working my balance a lot.
And he's working specifically that posterior tib muscles, working overtime to maintain balance, which is pulling us up. And you can see it. It's hard to see, but believe me, there's some.
I can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. Exactly right.
Make
Okay.
it harder, leg up, leg closer if you're less balanced. You know, if you'd switch to do the other one.
It's probably a good thing to do 30 seconds on the side or work towards that as you get stronger.
Yes.
And the final thing about strengthening your feet, this is the easiest way to do it, is simply walk barefooted just for, a few minutes a day to start out with, and make sure, be aware of your arches, that your feet are maintaining the arch. Here, let's pull these off. So here I'm going pronating. I'm going to keep it up here, and be aware of that, conscious of that. And then you can get a pair of shoes that are 0 drop. That means the heel and the forefoot are the same height, okay? And they're minimalist, so they have very little support. And they force your intrinsic, those small muscles in your feet, to get stronger as you walk.
Yes, minimalist are even less support. A 0 drop can have more padding, but there's still no elevated heel. So
Right.
that is a difference. These are both minimalist, so they're very skinny, flimsy.
You wear yours all the time?
Yeah, I wear mine all the time.
Yeah.
That's all I have now. So
I'm working on that. You don't go into this and wear them all day long, every day, right away. You
No.
can get, the first day I did that, I always overdo things. I was getting cramps in my toe muscles at the end of the day, and I couldn't figure out why, and it was because I wore these all day long. I should have only worn them for 4 hours
Yes,
for the
so
first week.
wean into them.
That's right. Now we're going to go into the hip strengthening. Finally, and but not leastly, is those hip external rotators to help get those knees out where they belong, over the toes. I'm going to start from the easiest, and we're going to work up. You can just start out with lying on your side. No strap, no resistance at all. Feet will be touching here. If you have barefoot, it's fine. And then knees here down in bed or on the floor, and simply rotate. It's like a clamshell Pac-Man. You know what a Pac-Man is?
I do. I know a pack woman is too.
Oh, wow.
He's keeping his core nice and straight too. He's not bending too much. People will compensate that way if they're weak.
And you're going to do this both sides, right side and then over on your left, 10 to 15 reps. As it gets easier, if you get a loop band like this, and then you vary the resistance, the closer to your knees, naturally, the more difficult it is. I'll go midway in between. And so you do the same thing with the resistance, and that really makes a big difference. I feel these muscles where your external rotators are, right there.
Yes, it doesn't matter how strong your legs are. These are weak on like everyone.
Yeah, they're starting to burn, to burn. Now, Mike's going to show how you can do this, the next step up, standing in the weight-bearing position.
So you can do standing. Obviously, the further down the band is, the more resistance. The further up, the easier it is. You can try to do standing just hip abduction. So you're just kicking out straight to the side. This is going to work your hip abductor the most. Try to keep your leg as straight as possible. Don't sway. Keep good posture. If you want to do a different variation, this will work your external rotators more. So you don't want to go too wide. Try to keep a little closer.
You want to do both legs on that first one, right?
Yes, you want to do both legs. Would you like me to do the other leg?
No, that's fine. I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay. This one you're going to rotate out. So you're going to turn out like this and then back in. So it's really going to work those external rotators the same as the clamshell, but just in a standing position. Again, hold on to something if you need to. You can do these with other loop bands, cables, even at the gym. If you have a gym membership, they have machines like these. But
Do they?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't get to the gym much anymore. I'm too old for that stuff.
But if you want to do them at home, just get a band.
I can really feel these glutes and those external rotators. They're starting to burn good.
This is actually a little hard for me because I have more motion than this, but I'm kind of limited with this band. So get a band that works for you.
But you can see how that strengthening is going to clearly help that knock-knee posture. So very good. This is not an easy thing to get through, but you can improve, work with these exercises, have fun, and, try the shoes out. Anything else? Well, I'm on the wrong side. Get
Are you
over
that
there.
upset about it? Go slow, start easy, strengthen the foot, strengthen the hips. Don't do all of it at once. Try one thing at a time, see what works.
Yeah,
and
we're
then
just
go from
babbling
there.
now.
We
Yeah.
kind of are.
All right, thanks for coming. Enjoy the day and be careful.
Work on your knees.